Who do you think is in charge here, Donald Trump or Benjamin Netanyahu?
In the vicinity of Donald Trump, there is only one person in charge, and this is not Netanyahu. But Netanyahu does have influence, there is no question about it. It has to be appreciated. He definitely was influential in convincing Trump to somewhat depart from the desire to become the king of peace, to now embark as the Lord of War. Because Netanyahu wanted this war from the outset. He was very unhappy with the end of the war in Gaza. He still hopes to keep the war in Gaza going, and he definitely wanted to renew the war in Iran, and therefore it is evident that the attack in Iran was very much congruent with the desires of Netanyahu. Whether it was the best thing for America to do or not, this is for Americans to decide.
I mean, we have a situation now where Khamenei is gone, but another hardliner has been put in his place, at least in the interim. Is there a risk here that we end up with the same regime, even if we get a deal?
At the end of the day, only the Iranians will have to get rid of the government or change the governments.
But the opposition in Iran needs weapons, needs arming if they're going to take on this regime.
90 million people do not need weapons. They need to express their will. They need to fight inside their own country. They need to take the risks of opposing a very brutal government, it's true. But this is not impossible that the eruption of public protest in the streets and the cities and the squares and the mosques across country in Iran will change the tide. And this is something that they can do and we can do. We can kill Iranians, we can destroy parts of Iran. Certainly America can do it, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the outcome in terms of a government will be the one that we are looking for.
Before the Iraq War, there were long conversations about the questions of legality, wherever it ended. Are you surprised that no one seems to be discussing the legality of these strikes now?
Look, there are many questions asked about things that are offered or accomplished or suggested by the president, which do not necessarily meet the traditional standards that we are accustomed to, and it somehow goes by, and it happens. So I think this is another example that things have changed in the public life in the United States that didn't exist in the past. The main question is not, in my mind, is not the legality of the attack. Iran deserved to be punished. And a government which kills 30,000, I mean, it may not be sufficient in order to change the government in Iran or to raise the opposition to the point where it can somehow dismantle the government. But by the common standards of human compassion, that government does not deserve any protection, and therefore, in my mind, the legality is not an issue here. The main question is, what was in the mind of the American leadership about the next step? How do you want to proceed? What do you want to do? Is boots on the ground is a serious, realistic option that you consider? Are you fully aware of the possible ramification of this to the United States and to the stability of the region and perhaps beyond the region?
What could be that ramification?
I think that may be something that can shatter the basic foundations of the international geopolitical stability far beyond the Middle East.